Do we know why we're here today?
We do.
You sure?
Yes, we're very excited.
Great. Well, can I tell you why I think you're here?
Yes, please go ahead.
Fantastic, because here's the one thing I want to get out of this. You guys, I know, are going to tell me about the wonderful services you have, and I bet they are. And I bet you're going to tell me that you've got a smart group of people here, because I can already look at you and I know that.
Absolutely.
Here's what's important to me. And that is, I want to be able to trust you guys when you walk out of here. And I want you to be the #1 firm that I trust more than anybody else with this important part of my business. Because I'm going to tell you, it's a pretty scary time for our company. And I need people around me that I can trust, and they're supporting me and are partnering with me.
Absolutely.
Can you be that group?
Yes, sir,
Okay.
definitely.
Right, and be quiet and let you convince me of that.
Thank you. Neil, we just want to thank you so much for meeting with us today.
Sure.
We totally agree with you. Trust is our #1 priority. We know that you are shopping around for auditors, and we know the people at Martin & Knight are excellent. We actually have good friends with some of the partners over there, and we know making the switch is going to be tough. However, change is sometimes necessary, especially in your growing business, and we believe Grant Thornton can provide you with everything you need. Please stop us at any time if you have any questions. I just want to introduce our team that we've handpicked for you to suit all of your concerns.
Okay.
First of all, I'm Team2Bryke, coordinating partner on the assurance practice. I specialize in technology, and I really have a focus in the communications and media sector.
Okay.
I've been doing this for over 25 years.
Okay.
I will be your main point of contact throughout this entire process. So any questions, give me a call.
So what are some of the firms you've worked with recently?
Firms, we have
I'm sorry, not companies.
companies, exactly. We have, our main client is Cellular One.
Mhm.
They started off as a basic cell phone service. However, they've gotten into, they've kind of made their own branch of social media, because that's a huge industry, of course, you know that. And they really wanted to get into that because they saw the need for expansion in that area. So we've helped them, Anthony can talk about the IPO process, but we definitely helped them in the beginning of that, and they're happy with their services.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, so that was an exciting thing for us.
Okay.
Gonna introduce Doug Brown. He's our lead tax partner.
All right.
He specializes in corporate compliance, and he's gonna take care of all your tax
And you
needs.
can lower my tax bill, Doug?
We'll see what we can do, sir.
Fantastic. Okay.
This is Claire Grover, senior manager in advisory, telecommunications practice. And she's our resident expert in IT risk assurance
Good.
and advisory services. And
Good.
she's going to have your cybersecurity solutions.
Okay.
Lily Lee, she just flew in from Hong Kong this morning, just
Oh,
for you.
any jet lag?
It's okay.
Okay.
She's used to it.
All right, good.
But she's our global audit partner, and she's going to address all of the international concerns.
Fantastic.
Last but not least, Anthony Dorick. He's our senior manager in advisory, and he is our main guy in valuation. And
Great.
he's going to, again, like I said, he's going to talk about the IPO process.
Good.
We'll make sure you guys get just the best value you can get out of your company.
Fantastic.
Great. But I'm going to pass it over to Doug. He's going to talk about the tax items, and then I'll brush on the
Okay.
audit.
Thank you, Maddie. Well, again, my name is Douglas Brown. I am a lead tax partner in the Seattle office. I've been with the firm since 1998. Oh, wow. I recently moved to the Seattle office in 2007. But ever since coming to Seattle, I've worked in the technology sector and worked in compliance with a number of different companies, like Maddie said. But today we want to talk to you a little bit about the integrated tax solutions that we at Grant Thornton would like to bring to you at Amigo. And we just wanted to assure you that we have the knowledge and the expertise moving forward in terms of your audit engagement and your tax needs. In fact, I just finished up an engagement with Maddie just late last week, and it was a lot of hard work, but definitely looking forward to moving ahead with you guys this week. So we wanted to talk a little bit about the types of services that we'll provide. On the audit side, yes, we do a piece of the audit for the income tax statements and the line items associated with income taxation. In terms of compliance, of course, we will be preparing the different returns for federal, state, and local compliance. And in addition to that, we want to look into tax advising and other consulting-related services. That would include different solutions that we have tailor-fit for Amigo moving forward to help you with the bottom line, and we want to be able to communicate with you one-on-one. So moving forward, we just want to talk briefly about the different tax considerations. The main one being the recognition of royalty income as it's particular to your industry, especially recognizing income from overseas. It's very important that the IRS is starting to crack down on that. Just want to bring that to your attention moving forward, but we'll discuss that at a later point in time, just keeping it high level at this time. But that said, I can pass it back to Maddie.
Thanks,
Okay.
Doug. So basically, we just want to brush over the audit services, kind of our meat and potatoes elements. Basically, we're going to provide for you the integrated audit. That is including the audit over internal controls. And we're also going to provide compliance with the international audit standards, which is super important because you have your 3 subs in Chile, Santiago, Chile, Mumbai, India, and Hong Kong.
Yes.
So that's super important. And we're also going to be doing the quarterly reviews of Amigo's financials.
Okay.
So we can set up a prior meeting or subsequent meeting to go over the nitty gritty. However, that's our meat and potatoes
Okay.
audit.
All right.
I'm gonna pass it to Claire.
Again, I'm Claire Grover. I'm the senior manager in our San Francisco office here with Anthony. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're super excited to be here with Amigo and try to help with your IT needs and strategies. I want to give you a little background on myself. My areas of expertise are IT services, strategy, and software, and I've recently led several multi-location teams focusing on IT risk assessment and strategies. Your social media industry is booming at this point, which is great for Amigo. With its opportunities come risks. We've outlined 3 things we think we can help with Amigo. First being IT strategy, IT assessment, and something that we really feel strongly about is cybersecurity. At Grant Thornton, we feel very strongly that we implement physical and logical security. So things like the Oracle security breaches that just happened with competitors such as Facebook, we're happy to say that none of our clients were affected by that because of that implementation. So with your continued growth even globally, I think Lily can tell you about global integration and how we can maximize those operations.
Claire, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Because my attorneys are telling me I'm getting in dangerous waters in terms of litigation, the more customer data I'm collecting.
Yes.
So is this something that we specifically address and look at then?
Yes, and we need to make sure that all of that is confidential as well, and that we are complying with all regulations as well, which we can definitely help serve you with.
Okay, and I don't mean to say anything negative, but I mean confidentiality is a worry for me too, quite honestly. You're working with other firms and things, so forth, so is that something I should be concerned with? I've got some new technology I'm releasing,
Yep.
we're really growing, possible IPO.
Most certainly will not have to worry about that, such as the Amigo 3D, we need to keep that confidential and safe, and so you can expand it to the best of its
Okay.
abilities.
Confidentiality is our top priority. It's bottom line.
Yeah, that's what I need. Okay.
Lily, you wanna talk about global?
Thank you, Maddie. We are really excited about this great opportunity to work with you in the future. Especially, I'm the head of the International Business Center, so I work really closely with our global member firms. But just something about myself first. So my name is Lily Lee, and I'm an audit partner from Hong Kong office. So I just flew in here today, yeah, just for you. And
I appreciate that.
thank you. So I have been with the firm for more than 10 years now, and I mainly worked with startup and medium-sized technology firms just like you. And so actually, our International Business Center coordinates all kinds of resources and expertise around the world to provide you with the best global integration service we have. And actually myself located to the Seattle office 2 years ago, and I actually worked with Claire in designing a new business strategy on one of our clients' engagement, the General Communications. You might have heard of this firm, and it turned out to be really well. So we believe we can provide the same service for you.
Lily, are you guys able to keep up with all the changing regulations internationally? I mean, it's just mind-boggling. It's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, I know. I totally understand, especially when we help the general communications with their foreign operations.
Yeah.
We face with a lot of the, different customs, cultures, and government regulations. I know this really bothers you, but we can really help you because we have a lot of experts on our local firms who are really versed with the local audit standards and regulations.
Okay.
So don't worry about that.
Okay, got it.
Got you covered.
Yeah.
So since your firm is growing so fast, we understand that you are looking to the option of going public, right? So I'm
One of my options, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pass it to Anthony, who is the IPO expert.
Okay,
Well,
great.
thank you, Lily. Hi, Neil. Pleasure to finally meet you. I'm Anthony DeWork, Senior Manager for the Senior Manager in the Advisory and the Valuation section. So I mainly deal with IPOs, primarily the social media network. And it's the fun thing about the IPOs and the social media. It's unique, completely unique from any other type of industry, just because there's so much to do with patents and intangible assets that are just really hard to value correctly. But we at Grant Thornton, I have just a fabulous team, and we will ensure that we properly value your company the way you want, if that's what you want to do. And that's our main goal, to make sure that the IPO is what you want to do and to instill confidence in your decision.
Anthony, what's the one mistake that most companies make when they do an IPO?
Most companies, they rush into it too fast without being confident that that's what they want to do. So that's what we want to make sure that's what you want to do. There's multiple ways to raise revenue, and an IPO is just one of the many. So we just want to advise you through the process.
Okay.
Thanks, Anthony. Neil, again, thanks so much for meeting with us. Just in conclusion, we just want to hit home that here at Grant Thornton, we have the big time experience and expertise in all of the areas that you need, much like a large firm. However, we really focus on the trust building and relationship building like that of a smaller boutique firm. And we're here for you the entire time.
So Maddie, can you guys do everything for me?
Well, your company is booming, and we think with your investors, we want to stick with like things that's SEC rules and US GAAP. Even if you don't become public, we think it's in our best interest to
So what?